Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Tristan and today I'm here with another upload. I'm going to make sure I'm staying consistent on my schedule since I missed out. I missed like 2 uploads like a couple days ago. I missed 2 days in a row. I just wasn't feeling right one of those days, and then one of the days I was just going to take off anyways. So I did take an extra day off, so I'm going to make sure I'm posting. We're going to get some videos, a good video streak going here. Y'all going to see me posting a lot in the next few days and over the next few weeks hopefully. So that'll be kind of a good thing there, just kind of staying consistent. But today we're discussing how to cop the GEORGETOWN 3s, as you all know. The Midnight Navy 3s, whatever you want to call them. It's just another pair of Jordan 3s. And we've seen a decent amount of Jordan 3s drop. I mean, they've kind of always consistently dropped. We've seen, I feel like, a little bit more in the last few months kind of dropping. We had laser oranges. I mean, we had the UNC 3s. Those ones have done well. And then we have these ones which will kind of perform decently, but not really great. But it's still a little bit of profit. I know some people think they're bricks. They're not. There's still a little bit of money. So if you guys want more how-to cop content like this, just subscribe and like down below. And let's try and hit like 200 likes on this video. That's the goal. And if you also want to, you can check out my Discord down below if you want to join that. But hopefully this intro wasn't too long. Just trying to explain some things. So let's just get into the video. Alright, so as I always say, my Instagrams and the screen recording are here, so if you want to just go check out my Instagrams down below, then feel free. Just wanted to, shout this out, the little start as I usually do, but I'll just kind of get into discussing this release right here. So it is dropping, this pair of Jordan 3s. A couple things I do want to point out. I wish the retail wasn't so high on them. It is a $190 retail, so after taxes and all that, it'll probably be like a $210 shoe or $208, somewhere around that price range is how much you will probably be paying for it, just after taxes and all that. I don't know if the tax varies depending on your state or where you're at, but it is dropping March 20th, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And if I'm correct, I think the shoe has dropped over in Europe already. I might be wrong, but again, just still, if you're in the EU, go check your Snkrs app and see if you have this coming on the 20th, because if you do, it is still profitable, and I would go for it definitely. Again, don't forget 10 a.m. Eastern time, March 20th. I'm gonna really make sure you all remember that is the date and time, same time and everything. But what I was about to say right there before I cut myself off is that these are most profitable in those bigger sizes. So really, like a size 11 plus will serve you best for this shoe. I've kind of noticed that those are the ones going for a little bit more, and the grade school sizes aren't really the best to go for. Kind of discuss those again. I'll discuss resale and all that in a second, but I've seen some in-hand reviews, and overall the quality of the shoe seems fine. I mean, Nike hasn't been doing great on their quality lately. There's been a lot of complaints just on some of their big drops, just like terrible quality control. Like I really, it looks like old Yeezy stuff on the type of quality control. Now Yeezy's doing a lot better with their quality control from what at least I see. I haven't really seen too many issues with it recently, but I've seen plenty of issues with with plenty of ruined university blues due to flaws and like terrible painting, just terrible. So I mean, hopefully this shoe doesn't have those same issues with bad quality, but again, it is dropping, as you can see, in grade school sizes. And the reason I wouldn't go for grade school is because that retail is just way too high for a grade school pair. $140. Grade school is going to definitely brick, and I wouldn't recommend holding these pairs. There's no reason really to hold. It's dropping full size runs, so there's going to be a lot of pairs releasing. So that's why I'm saying really big sizes only, because I don't even know how much money you'll be making going for like a 9 or 10 on this one. I mean, I think it'd still be some profit, maybe like 20-30 bucks, but I'll kind of show you all what resale is right now, since I've kind of discussed the details. You see the navy colorway, all that, so I don't really have to show you all too much more. I feel like just remember the drop time in retail, $190, but after taxes and shipping, you'll probably be paying something like 208, 210. So just keep that in mind. I'm still going for this one in like an 11.5 or like a 12, even a 13. Bigger sizes for this shoe is kind of the move, as I've repeated now 3 times. So I'm gonna stop saying that. So as you can see, the reason I was repeating that a bunch is, as you can see, pretty much when you go to a size 11 plus, there's a noticeable difference in price. You can see that some of these ones are going for a lot more, especially like the 11.5 is kind of a little bit more towards 280. I mean, it's not like that much more. Like I wouldn't get something like a 12.5, like an uncommon size. Like I don't know anybody that wears a 12 and a half, and I mean, I don't know like people's shoe sizes off the top of my head too, so that's another thing. But yeah, as you can see, smaller sizes aren't really doing like their thing as they usually would. The whole thing's a mess. The resale is not here for this one, but I don't really think that's what most people that are watching this video are here for. I think if you are here to resell, then I understand, because hey, don't forget, the more Snkrs drops that you go for, the more that you will start hitting on your Nike accounts, because the more active that you are on Snkrs and all that, and like on your accounts, doing the polls and all that, the higher chance you have of getting more opportunities opportunities, you know, just the longer you have your account too. Like if you recover like an old Nike account from 2015 and you start using it on Snkrs, that's good. That's good stuff. But that's not really what I was going to say. So kind of getting into resale on this one, as I said, kind of 11 plus is what I'm going to be going for. And I think once the pairs drop, I'm thinking this one's going to be going for right around my personal estimation. I was thinking 230 to 250. That's what I'm thinking. Right now, as you can see, I mean, they already have a lot of sales, like the 413 sales. I mean, they're dropping, you know, they're at like 265 right now. So that's what I'm thinking, you know, I'm just thinking right around 230, 250. I'm going to put a plus because it could maybe be 260 again with those bigger sizes. We could see them, you know, go a little bit more than that. That's just kind of why I'm thinking 230, 250, nothing really crazy. And as I'm saying, you know, with the grade school sizes, you can see the grade school sizes are not even doing that hot right now. I mean, there's not really many sales to show what they're going for, but I mean, it's just like, don't go for the grade school. It's a brick unless you're really getting it for somebody. I mean, it's just not really, that one is not going to resell, but adult ones, they will a little bit. So just keep that in mind, but they are dropping at a lot of places. So this is not a hold you sell immediately. When you get it, you sell it. That's just what I'm saying. So aside from that, unless you want it for the personal, which again, it's not a bad looking shoe, you know, I'm not a fan of threes personally, but you know, not a bad looking pair of shoes. So aside from that, let's get into discussing how you would cop this off the Snkrs app. And this is my, you know, usual Snkrs video. I'm going to link this down below. If you've watched it before, again, it just like explains how you can make multiple Snkrs accounts and do all that. But the updated version for this video, I think, is coming this week. I've had it in the works for a while. I've been looking at Snkrs, seeing what you can do to cop more often on it. And, you know, I've seen a few things that kind of like don't help you cop in it, or, you know, a few things that actually do help you cop in it. So, you know, there's like a few things I definitely need to add into this video and, you know, kind of do an updated version. So I will have an updated version probably coming sometime this week. So just, you know, stay on the lookout for that. And that'll be kind of the new one I use for my how-to cop videos typically. But if you want to go watch this video because you haven't, then this one, it will be linked down below. It kind of explains what this notepad has all on it. It really explains how you can make, again, multiple Snkrs accounts, all the things you'd kind of need. And I run through this whole thing in the video so it kind of makes sense to you, like how you can make some different payment methods, how you would alter your address. You could get multiple of the same shoe from Snkrs. If you do hit like 2 pairs of the same shoe, I could actually get them shipped to the same address. I really explain how to do that. You know, what like types of devices are faster than others, how you like abbreviate your address. All that stuff is explained in the video, so I'm not really going to go over that for too much longer, but that's kind of like the whole how-to cop portion right there. But there's a little bit more that I actually want to explain, because this is just like, you know, the multiple accounts portion. But if you actually want some guys to run some slots for you. Now, as I was saying, or whatever I was about to get into next, I think my screen recording or something cut off, but I want to actually give, as I usually say, a huge shout out to my guys at Secret Sauce, because these are my go-to cook group guys right here. And basically, they can actually cop releases for you. And it's a really dope system actually in their group chat. And how it works is they're a $60 monthly fee, and they provide much more than just those tickets. And the tickets are like the little slots that I was just explaining there a second ago. Like they have insider info, early links for certain sites, monitors. You know, if you're a manual user, they have like add to cart links. It's really great stuff. And they also have so many other different ways that you can make money in the chat. Like it's not even just shoe related. Like it's crazy. These guys are just about making money. So if you're interested, I'll explain how you can get into it in a second. But really, I want to explain the whole slot thing, because this is basically how these guys would cop releases for you. So once you get into the chat, they have this section called tickets, and then the ticket section, it basically has this like website, and you get access to it once you're in the chat, and you know, you pay that monthly fee and all that. But once you go to that site, they have this like, they have free slots and paid slots. And how it would work is basically with the free slots, it's like a Google form, and you just drop your shipping and payment info in the Google form, and then those slot providers, and again, I've used these ones that these guys have caught me many releases. Go watch any of my other how to cops unboxings. Those are probably releases that they've caught me right there. Supreme Mortal Kombat Arcade, that's one I can name right there. But they just take that info and then they put it into their bots, and then they run their bots and cop releases for you. And if it's a free slot and they're running the bot for you, then you don't have to pay them anything after. You just get the item for retail, and then it ships straight to you. You know, from the retailer, they don't take the item or nothing, look at it before. It's just straight from the retailer to you. And with the paid slot, same thing, straight from the retailer to you. You just have to pay them. If it says like 20 PAS, then you just have to pay them the $20 after they cop it for you, because that's the little fee that, you know, if it says 20 PAS, then you're entering a paid slot. So don't forget that. But that's really how they would work in the group chat, and how these guys at Secret Sauce would really cop releases for you. They're my go-to guys. So if you're interested in getting into the chat, just make sure you guys go send them a message on Twitter and be like, yo, Tristan sent me, how can I get in? I'm trying to get a pair, you know, the Midnight Navy 3s or something, or, you know, some upcoming releases. And yeah, just let them know I sent you. So that's how my guys at Secret Sauce, again, they'll be in the description right there. You guys can go check them out. But I also want to say there will be some raffles, plenty of raffles going on for this pair of Georgetown 3s. So I will link this article down below, or not this article, but this it's not really an article, just this link for sure, showing you guys kind of all the raffles you can enter in around the world right now going on. You see, you got some, shout out my boys in Australia and New Zealand. We got some raffles for these. So, if you're trying to get the Midnight Navies, my New Zealand gang, we got you. Hey, to the few people that may be watching me in New Zealand, shout out you. I respect you. I'm done messing around, but yeah, that's just really raffle sneakers. I will link that down below, and also House of Heat right here. I'm gonna link this down below. This is really, same as sneaker news right here. I'm not gonna link this one, but I will link this one, and I'm gonna stop repeating the word link because now it's sounding like a jumbled mess right here. But this is pretty much all the FOOTSITES that are going to be dropping the Midnight Navy 3s, every single one. And again, there's plenty of pairs dropping, as you can tell, plenty of raffles. Just look at that. There's a lot of places that are going to be dropping these guaranteed, and plenty potentially. So yeah, if you want to say there's a lot of pairs of these dropping, there are. That's kind of why I'm saying resell. It's not too much money on these unless you're getting a lot of pairs, but it's really not even, I'd say, that much worth it. I'm just going for this drop so sneakers can see I'm entering in more drops. But if I get a big size, then I guess I'll make the little like $50 or $40 from it, but I guess we'll kind of see. So that's really all I gotta say right there. Those are the all the FOOTSITES where they're dropping, some slot providers you can use, like I said, secret sauce, and then kind of the date and time it's dropping, all that info, resell. So I'm in the screen recording, and hopefully that's again a whole how-to cop right there. So I do plenty of videos like this, so let's roll the outro. Anyways, if you guys do want more content just like this video right here, then feel free to go ahead and subscribe below, and also drop a like on this video. I'd appreciate it. Again, the goal is 200 likes to this video, and I'm sure some people watch this video. I know this isn't a more popular release, so I don't expect the whole gang to be here watching, staying tuned on this release. But pretty quiet week, I'd say, for the US. We haven't heard much about Supreme this week or anything, but I don't even focus on Supreme that much anymore. I just kind of like wear what I want, whatever fits. I do love Old Prem though. Old Prem will always have my respect, kind of that 08, 2012, 06, all that stuff. Any of those designs, fire. I regret selling one of my Supreme tees from 2004. Huge regret. That was like the Resell one. That's probably super valuable now, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say right there. If you want to, you can check my Instagrams down below too. Those are in the description by my Discord. So if you want to go check those out, then feel free, and I'd appreciate that. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. And check out my guys' secret sauce down below if you want to. They're in the description. Let them know I sent you if you're trying to get in. So drop a comment, any questions, and I'll answer them down below. Peace, guys.
Sticks made a fucking hit.